this running back core.
Soleil drops back, looks for his receiver over the middle, and that is number 11, Joe Tingstad, who was met by 2 defenders from Sedro-Wooley. And that is number 23, the quarterback, Lennox, and number 7, Darrell Dickerson, brought down, but about a gain of about
ball down to the 34-yard line
on that play, so it'll be 3rd and 2.
Tingstad last game had a terrific game. He returned the kick about 50 yards down the field and also had a couple of big catches for this Greyhound offense.
And there you see number 35, Cameron Lang, the big back for this Pullman team. And he will have a first down, I believe, for the Hounds. So a good pickup there by number 35, Cameron Lang. Getting started early for the Hounds.
Lang gets the ball to the 31. That's a Hound.
To bring down Lang, that's for sure. You saw it there. He just continually pumps his legs and blasts through the defenders.
In the backfield for the Hounds is number 6, Soleil, and 35, Cameron Lang. In motion is number 2, Grant Druffel, and is overthrown, nearly picked off by the Cubs, but intended for number 24, Ben Moose. And Soleil has had a trouble with overthrowing receivers this season, as he just transferred this year to be a quarterback from the running back position. Very versatile player, but overthrows maybe a little too often, but lucky he didn't get picked off there by number 14, Brent Vanderveen. In the backfield is number 6, Soleil, along with number 35, Cameron Lang. A low snap across the middle, again throwing high, and there will be another pass interference flag thrown. That ball was intended for number 24, Ben Moose. The coverage from number 4, Davis Mahalik. The free safety for the Cubs.
Yeah, the Greyhounds trying to get Ben Moose.
We got an update on the game in Ellensburg. Ellensburg 17,
last week,
0
he only had 2 receptions the whole game, so they're looking to get him more involved in this offense.
Yeah, and if you're the Hounds, you got to just believe that it's a blessing to be able to play on your own field today. I mean, on Tuesday they played Prosser up at Martin Stadium, which was beautiful, and they all said they loved it, but maybe a little unknown for them, as tonight they seem to be a little bit more calm and maybe just ready to play as they're on this field, their own territory. And that is number 12, Jed Byers with the carry, and he'll look to get the outside, and he picks up about a gain of 3 on the play after being brought down by number 21, Bryson Bartlett.
Jed Byers with a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 for the Greyhounds.
And it is going to be 2nd and 9 for the Hounds. In the backfield by himself, number 6, Jake Soleil. In motion, number 12, Jed Byers. And it is going to be a fake as Soleil is rushed out of the pocket. And he is brought down, and that is going to be a tackle for loss by a big number 24 for the Cubs, Riley Schwartz. The middle linebacker is 6'2", 190 pounds.
Yeah, as you see right here, Soleil sensed the defense pressuring him, but he just couldn't get out of the pocket fast enough. And Sedro-Wooley ending up with a sack, as that brings up 3rd and 13.
Third down for the Greyhounds.
Now for the Hounds, it is number 6, Soleil, in the backfield with number 35, Cameron Lang. And Soleil will get the snap, and it's going to be a false start on number 12, Jed Byers, as he just jumped the gun on that play. So they will move back another 5 yards. And it will be 3rd and 18 for the Hounds. Yeah, you know, troubles for the Hounds this season have just been on jump, false starts, encroachment.
Offside called against
just
the
little
Greyhounds.
things. I mean, they're not big yardage, but it's the little yardage that really adds up over time.
Yeah, we've seen over time the Greyhounds have gotten better at being more disciplined, not getting as many penalties. But so far they already have 2 this game. Looking to capitalize on the good field position here on 3rd down.
And Moose picks up about a gain of 15 on the play, but not enough for the first down.
That's
So you'll likely see the Hounds
Ben Moose.
go for it. I believe that it is going to be about 4th down and 5, but Coach Lucia, you know, very aggressive player, and they'll probably look to see for Ben Moose again, as he's a key target on 3rd and 4th down for the Hounds. In the backfield for the Hounds is number 6 and number 35, Cameron Lang. Slay looks to throw, and he does. And there is not a receiver in the area. Jed Byers was intended, but quit on his route. So it'll be a turnover on downs for the Hounds.
Turnover on downs.
And Sedro-Wooley will take the ball from about their own 10-yard line.
Sedro-Wooley last drive ended on an interception from Isaiah Strong, so they're looking to rebound, maybe put some points up on the board.
And in the backfield for Sedro-Wooley is number 23, Jacob Lennox, along with number 15, Gonzalez. And he will hand it off to number 4, and he is brought down in the backfield by number 12, Jed Byers, who has just been a key factor tonight already for the Hounds. And that was number 4, Davis Mihalik, the normal quarterback for the Cubs, as he gets the ball there.
No gain on the run. Brings up
And
second
no
and
gain
10
on the
for the
run.
Cubs.
And that is just a great defensive play there for the Hounds. Number 12, Jed Byers with the tackle. And it'll be second down and 10 for the Cubs. And it is number 23, Lennox, who will hand the ball off to number 15, Gonzalez. And he is brought down by number 66, Garrett Wenger, for the Hounds. And the
Number
huddle
3
again
brings
for
up
the
3rd
Cubs
and
is number
7 from the
23.
13.
Lennox gets the play from the sideline and jogs over to his troops. Defense for the Hounds already coming up clutch so far. And it is going to be about 3rd down and 6. And Lennox in the backfield, and he'll look to throw that ball. Instead, he is rushed and brought down by number 24, Ben Moose, who is 6'5". And keep in mind, folks, number 23, Lennox, is only 5'5". So, I mean, that's a whole foot taller than him. And I'm sure he felt that one. As right here, Ben Moose just lays the lick on him and drops him.
Yeah, Sedro-Wooley not really set good blocks on Ben Moose. Ben Moose just pushed him out of the way and getting right to the quarterback, bringing up 4th and 8. We'll look to expect Sedro-Wooley to pump the ball here.
And the punter is Adrian Vasquez, number 9. And back to receive the punt is number 12, Jed Byers for the Hounds. An explosive return man. Look to see what he can do. And that is just a high kick as it travels out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. So not the best punt that he could have hoped for, but definitely not too bad, as the Hounds will take possession of the ball on about the 32-yard line of the Cubs.
Last drive, Pullman had great field position, about the same place where they are this time, but they failed to convert on 4th down. We'll be looking to see them try to put some points up on the board, as they had some success with a lot of 3rd down conversions.
Ball 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line.
And in the backfield is number 6, Soleil, number 35, Cameron Lang, who will get the ball, and he is brought down in a fumble on the play, picked up by Ben Moose. Lucky for the Hounds, as that ball was fumbled by number 35, Cameron Lang, which is unlikely, or you don't see often, as Cam Lang is just such a strong runner, but
Ball
that
squirted
time
out
lucky
into the arms
that
of
Ben Moose
Ben
picked the
Moose.
ball up.
Gain of 6, brings up 2nd and 4.
And it is a lone backfield this time for the Hounds, as number 6, Soleil, in the backfield, and number 12, Jed Byers, in motion. He will get the ball, looking to get the corner, and he does this time, and he'll pick up the 1st down for the Hounds. So good outside run there by number 12, Jed Byers, who plays that slot receiver, running back duo, hybrid, I guess you could say.
Yeah, Byers looks really in rhythm right now at the running back position.
Gain of 5, and that's another
quite a few more times than they did
down.
at the Prosser game. Which, if he keeps getting 1st downs, then you just got to keep handing it off to him. Explosive runner.
Slay in the backfield again, number 12, Byers in motion. Slay will keep it this time, trying to get the outside, and he doesn't, as he is brought down by number 24. Again, number 24, Riley Schwartz with the tackle. You know, they've called that play twice now, and both times it's been a tackle for loss, and you wonder if Coach Lucia will maybe change his mind about running that play. And although Jake Soleil is just a great runner, the Cubs have the number on that play.
Yeah, Schwartz just had a death grip on the back of Soleil's jersey. He was not going to let go as he brought him down for a loss of 5 on the play.
in the backfield for the Hounds is number 6, Soleil, along with number 35, Cameron Lang, looking to throw, and they'll hit the screen to number 35, Cameron Lang, who makes a guy miss, gets upfield for about a gain of 10 on the play. So it should be about 3rd down and 5, but Cameron Lang limping off the field, and he is in pain, something with that ankle, and that is not good for the Hounds, as he is one of their stronger running backs. And he was just brought down awkwardly on that ankle. As you see here,
11-yard run.
right here, he grabs that ankle and boom.
3rd and 3.
I believe he may have rolled that ankle.
Yeah, he is one of the key players in this Greyhound offense as they hand the ball off to him quite a few times.
And that is intended for number 24, Ben Moose, who wants the pass interference call but will not get it. And he has been targeted, the majority of the time tonight for the Hounds. I believe he has about 5 attempts and 1 catch so far, but Soleil really targeted Ben Moose today as number 4, McKellick, is on him. McKellick only stands at 6'2", so 3-inch height difference for Moose and McKellick.
Yeah, Sedro-Wooley's defensive ends really getting after quarterback Jake Slay, putting a lot of pressure on him so far this first quarter.
Slay will keep it himself, trying to get 3 or 4 yards needed on 4th down. And we'll see if he does. And a player down for the Cubs. And they will call the timeout, an injury timeout, and that is number 45, Noah Struzma. And he looks to be in pain, maybe a shoulder injury there. And the Hounds, I believe, did not get the 1st down. So it will be Cubs ball again, as they have failed to get the 4th down conversion twice in a row. And we will take an injury timeout when we come back to you as teams head to the sideline. And right there is a good interception by number 85. But we will take a timeout and come back to you guys shortly. As we welcome you back here to action at Hobbs Field, number 45, Struzma, getting helped off the field by the physical therapist from both teams. And it does not look good. It maybe looks like a collarbone injury for number 45, so we'll keep an eye on him to see if he comes back in the game. But the key loss is he's a big defensive lineman for this Sedro-Wooley team. So Sedro-Wooley will take it from about the 11-yard line.
Turnover on downs, 1st and 10 for the Cubs.
And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cubs. Quarterback number 23, Lennox, and number 7, Dickerson in the backfield. And it is number 13, Corey Wilson with the carry and a pickup about a yard on the play. Not much going there for Wilkerson.
Pullman's defense really doing a great job of getting the jump on the line, stopping the run game, and just clogging up all the holes that these running backs for Sedro-Wooley are trying to run through.
And in the backfield again is Lennox along with number 7, Dickerson. And that is a screen thrown to number 9. And that is Adrian Vasquez with the carry. And he will pick up the 1st down, as it was good coverage for the Hounds, but just getting outside. And a good pickup there for the Cubs.
Yeah, right when you think Sedro-Wooley is going to run the ball, they throw that little screen pass and they just catch your defense off guard, as we saw with the Pullman Greyhound defense on that play.
And missed tackle
31,
number
first and
12,
10 for the
Jed Byers,
Cubs.
which you don't see very often. In the backfield for the Cubs is number 23, Lennox, along with Dixon, number 7. And Lennox will keep it this time, looking to get the first down and a good run there, as he will pick up about 6 or 7 on the play. So it'll be second down and 3 to go for the Cubs.
Gain of 7 brings up second
And that
and
is
3.
a gain of 7. So it'll be second down and 2 to go for Sedro-Wooley. And number 23, Lennox, in the backfield along with the running back, number 7, Dickerson. And Dickerson will get the ball this time, and he is stopped short of the first down. And that was number 12, Jed Byers, with the tackle. So it will be third down and about a
Gain of
yard
2
to
brings
go.
up 3rd and 1 for the Cubs.
And here you see right there, Jed Byers just falling on top of him. Just a good wrap up there by number 12, Jed Byers, to bring him down.
Yeah, we're going to see Byers a lot next year, as he's going to be probably the heart and soul of this Greyhound defense next year, as he already is one of the main pieces this year for this defense. So you wonder what he's going to be doing next year.
And there's 27 seconds left in this first quarter of play. And that is number 7, Dickerson, and he will pick up the first down as he just keeps pushing and pushing that line. And he carries about 3 defenders for Pullman and picks up the first down for his squad.
Gain of 3, ball spotted at the
Tackled by
39,
number
first and
22,
10 for the
Montre
Cubs.
Green, one of the many seniors on this Greyhound defense.
And right there you see he just does not want to go down. Finally brought down by about 5 defenders for the Hounds. It's a good group tackle, and there's about 8 seconds left on the clock. We'll see if they get another play in. And they do run one more play, a short screen to number 9, Vasquez. And it is dropped, and I don't believe it is going to be a fumble.
Pass falls incomplete.
And it is an incomplete pass, so it'll be second down and 10
That's the end of the first quarter.
for the Cubs when we come back to
Cubs
action.
0, Greyhound 0.
So, Eric, what have we seen in this first quarter of play so far from I guess both teams?
Well, it's mostly been a defensive battle, as it's still 0-0 at the end of this first quarter. Pullman's offense failed to convert on 2 fourth downs, which has been pretty big, as they've been in Sedro-Wooley territory threatening to score, but no points put up by them. And Sedro-Wooley's offense has not been able to get going, except on this drive where they've gotten 2 first downs on this drive.
Did they run it for you again? No.
And so, coming back to action, it is 0-0 coming into the second quarter. And some good protection tonight so far for Jake Soleil, as the Hounds didn't provide that last game against Prosser. But tonight's looks so good so far. Soleil's just been a little off with his accuracy, but, pregame jitters. He's worked them out in the first. Let's see what he can do in the second.
As Sedro-Wooley's offense comes back out onto the field, they're going to have a second and down and 10 yards to go. Ball on the 39-yard line, so lots of field to work with for the Cubs.
We'll see what the Pullman defense can do tonight.
As a double fake handoff by number 23, Jacob Lennox, as he picks up a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards on the play.
Yeah,
Gain of
Cedro
1.
really likes to run
Brings
that
up third
triple
and
option,
8 for the
where they
Cubs.
can either hand it off to a halfback, the fullback, or the quarterback keep. And that time was the quarterback keep there for number 23, Lennox, and picked up about a yard on the play. Good stop by the Hound defense, though, as you see a good shot at the student section cheering on the Hounds tonight. Weird Saturday game we're not used to, but definitely a great atmosphere here at Hobbs Field.
Lennox with Dickerson in the backfield for the Cubs, as he looks to throw a short screen pass, complete to number 14, Vanderveer, as he picks up a decent gain of 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3 to go.
And the punter, number 9, Vasquez, is coming onto the field, so you can expect a punt here as the punt unit comes on for both teams now.
Gain of 5 brings up
So
first
again,
and
a
4
defensive stop
for the
for the
Cubs.
Hounds. Just two good defenses colliding today so far as what we've seen, just like last Tuesday between Prosser and the Hounds.
Back to turn for the Greyhounds, number 12, Jed Byers. As Vasquez takes his time, and Byers is just going to let it bounce backwards. As the ball takes a favorable bounce for the Cubs as they recover it on the 4-yard line. So Pullman's going to have some tight field position as they come back out on the field on offense.
And you know, it was quite an awkward punt there for Vasquez as he almost thought maybe about taking it himself as he double clutched that kick, taking his precious time. He's lucky that wasn't blocked by
After
a
the
Hound
punt,
defender.
The Greyhounds will take
Maybe
over
a
first
fair
and 10 from
catch
the
should have been
4.
called there for number 12, Jed Byers. But you know what? It's only about a difference of 8 yards, just backed up now on their own 4-yard line. So we'll see what happens here for the Hounds.
As Slay with Green and Hildebrand in the backfield, Lopes comes in motion. As Green brought down for a loss.
And
As
Trey
a
Green now a
one
little
brings up
banged up.
second
So
and
2
9 for the
key
Greyhounds.
players for the Hounds a little banged up right now. And he is in pain as he is running over to that sideline. So we'll have to keep an eye on him, and Cam Lang's still out of this ball game. So 2 key players for the Hounds.
Slay with the empty backfield. Byers comes in motion as Byers takes the handoff, looking to get some room on the edge, and brought down by a Cubs defender as he loses 2 yards on the play. So that's going to bring up a long 3rd down for this Greyhound offense.
Yeah, and a great tackle right there by number 51.
3rd and 10 for the
61,
Greyhounds.
Dylan Peterson, the defensive lineman, who's 220 pounds at 5'11", just a big boy on the defensive line.
Byers in motion. Slay fakes the handoff as Slay looks over the middle and just overthrows number 10 Trey Lopes, who's the intended target on the play. Lopes had a couple of steps on his defender, could have taken that one easily for a touchdown. But just overthrown once again by quarterback Jacob Slay.
You know, Jake Soleil, his struggle this year at quarterback has just been
4th
finding
and 10 for the
what
Greyhounds.
is the right amount of force to put on the football. And he has struggled these last 2 games, just overthrowing. Receivers have been wide open right there. At least a 1st down for the Hounds, but cannot pick him up as a late Hounds player coming in on the field. Number 13, Caden Hildebrand.
Slay back deep in his own end zone. Looking to boot this ball away as is going to be a high wobbly punt. Going out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. So Sedro-Wooley going to start off this drive with some really good field position.
Yeah, some great field position for the Cubs. Something they haven't had yet today. We'll see if they can capitalize on this or not. Right now, the Hounds' offense,
Ball spotted at the
just maybe looking a
30-yard
little
line, 1st and
shaky
10 for
right
the
now.
Cubs.
and, you know, right now the offense for the Hounds has not been that explosive that we've seen all season these past 2 games. I don't know if it's just the nerves getting to them or what, but they just have not been themselves these past 2 games. As Soleil has just been overthrowing players and getting backed up deep into their own territory.
Lennox with Dickerson in the backfield for the Cubs. Lennox rolling out to his right. Quick shuffle pass to number 26, Hannah, as he picks up the 1st down and more. What a great tackle made by number 10, Trey Lopes on the play.
You know, a good tackle there by Trey Lopes, just bringing him down. So now the Hounds maybe feeling a little bit of pressure.
Gain of 16,
but,
1st and 10 for the Cubs.
can't feel the pressure now, I guess.
Yeah, you can tell that Pullman was not expecting that little shuffle pass, as there's just a great pickup of 10 yards on the play by the Cubs offense, as Lennox comes out on the field with Dickerson in the backfield.
And a fumble on the play.
Snap. As the Cubs lose 2 yards on the play, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Cubs offense.
Also 3 on the fumble. 2nd
And so
and
it's going to be
13 for
about
the
a
Cubs.
loss of 3 yards on the play. So it's going to be about 2nd and 13 for the Cubs. Now what they wanted there, waste of a down, a precious down here in the red zone of the Hounds.
Yeah, the center just snapped the ball just a little bit too low. Not what Lennox was expecting. As Lennox and Dickerson in the backfield once again for the Cubs offense. And Lennox will just hand it off to number 26, Hannah, as he picks up a big first down and almost scores. Great tackle by number 11, Joey Tinkstad, who had a big game on the defensive side of the ball last game against Prosser, as he had one of the big interceptions.
Ball carried down to the 3
You gotta
yard line.
wonder if that defense is getting tired. I mean, the
First and
offense
goal for the Cubs.
really had just given up the ball, these past couple of drives for the Hounds. So that defense has been on the field the majority of this first half. Maybe getting a little tired there. And Hannah, just a great runner for this Cubs Sedro-Wooley team. So looks to get a stop here for the Hounds.
Lennox with Dickerson in the backfield as Lennox just hands it off to number 4, Davis Mihalik, and he punches it in for a
Cubs.
touchdown. So the Cubs picking up the first score of the game as they put up 6 points here early in the second quarter.
And, it's just that triple option right now. The Hounds are just confused who's getting the ball as they wait so long to actually hand the ball off. Right here you see number 4, Mihalik, just getting it into the end zone. Tackled there by number 22, Trey Green, but just too late. And on to kick the extra points, number 9, Vasquez. And that is held by number 8, Trammell.
So the kick is up, and
Extra
it
point
is
is
good.
good.
So the Cubs taking 7-0 lead here early in the second quarter. Finally putting up the first points of this ball game. As it has mostly been a defensive battle, but the poor punt by quarterback Jake Soleil giving the Cubs some good field position, and they finally capitalize, putting the 7 points on the board.
Yeah, just a good drive there from Sedro-Wooley, who had just perfect field position. Only had to go about 32 yards off the poor punt from Soleil, but if you're the Hounds, you got to be looking to come back and score on this drive, take momentum into the half as they get the ball to start at half. So right now, if you're the Hounds, you can't be worried, you can't feel pressured. You just have to play loose, play like you have all season, go out there and score a touchdown on this drive.
And back to kick for this Sedro-Wooley Cubs team, number 9, Adrian Vasquez. And back to return, number 12, Jed Byers, and number 11, Joey Tinkstad. As the ball falls off the tee, so Vasquez is going to have to re-tee up this ball. As there are 7 minutes and 27 seconds left in this second quarter. Vasquez looking to boot this ball deep here. As it is just a low, long kick that sails into the back of the end zone. And that will be a touchback. So Pullman going to hit the ball on the 20-yard line.
Kick goes
A
into the
great
end zone. It'll
kick
be
there by
first
number
and
9,
10 for the Greyhounds
Vasquez,
on
who
the
just
20-yard line.
obliterated that ball on a low-line drive into the wind and got the touchback. So Pullman will start from their own 20-yard line, looking to make a little something happen here, which they haven't done in the past couple drives.
Slay with Hildebrand in the backfield. Slay just throwing a nice little screen pass, a little bit too low for his intended target. Tinkstad.
And again, Soleil
ball
just off
incomplete.
target has been the
Second and
story
10
for
for
the
the
past
Greyhounds.
couple of days. And he's said he's really working on that in practice lately. Lucky that wasn't intercepting, as that ball never hit the ground and
Timeout.
almost bounced off
Pullman.
Tinkstad's shoes. But it's going to be a
First timeout.
timeout for the Pullman Greyhounds. They'll look to talk things over, maybe get their quarterback to calm down a little bit and throw some dimes like he's used to.
Yeah, we've seen Slay trying to get Ben Moose, tight end, involved in this game. Obviously leading the team in targets, but so far not really many completions here, as Moose is one of the bigger parts for this Pullman offense. Haven't really gotten him going much in this game or the last game against Prosser as well. So maybe that's what we'll be talking about there in that huddle.
And I guess if you're Coach Lucia right now in the huddle, I'd be saying, Jake, calm down. We're good. They're only up 7. It's an easy comeback. Nothing to worry. A lot of football left to be played in this game. So if you're the Hounds right now, you can't be worried. You just got to go out there and play like you have all season. Because right now, they've been playing great football this season, and they deserve to be here. It's just what team wants it more.
Absolutely, as Soleil with Hildebrand in the backfield once again. Soleil looking to throw deep, and pass is caught by number 12, Jed Byers. So a big first down for this Pullman offense.
Pass complete to the 40-yard
Pass was
line.
just right there for
The
Byers
flag
to
on the
catch.
play.
Perfectly thrown ball as Byers looked to maybe turn around, but a great wrap-up by the Sedro-Wooley defender.
Yeah, and that is just a great catch there by Jed Byers. And it's going to be a first down. I'm not sure what the officiating stat was talking about. Maybe to see if he was pushed out of bounds.
And they're given a sideline warning to Pullman.
Sideline
for getting
warning
a little
against
too
the
far out
Hounds.
on the edge of the field. So maybe getting a little bit excited there after
Pass
that
is
big
complete.
play.
The
And
first and
I'd
10
be
for the
excited
Greyhounds
too
at the 40-yard line.
after all this offense has done this game.
And Soleil, that's what he needs. Get his confidence going a little bit. He needs to see the ball being caught by one of his receivers, and just what he needed right there. Good pass for the good pickup. Giving a little fire to this Pullman team.
Byers comes in motion. He's going to receive the handoff on the edge and just taken down by number 61, Dylan Peterson. And he is a big man, only a junior listed at 5'11".
Loss of 5 brings up second and
220 pounds.
15
He
for
just
the
had the
Hounds.
speed on that edge to just wrap up Byers and take him to the ground.
And these 2 games we've been playing teams non-conference, and right now they're showing us that they have the speed to the outside, which our conference hasn't so far. So we've been able to run those plays, but Lucia, what point you start realizing those plays are not possible anymore, and get the outside as Soleil turns upfield, trying to get at least back to the line of scrimmage and pick up at least 5 on the play.
Jake Soleil at the
Soleil hasn't
5-yard
really had
run.
much success.
3rd and 10 for the
Been running
Greyhounds.
the ball as the quarterback this game, picking up a good gain of 5 yards on the play.
And so it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Hounds.
Slay with the empty backfield as he hands it off to Byers, who hands it off to Lopes, looking to get some room on the edge and loses 3 yards on the play. So that play was just snuffed out by the Cubs defense. So that's going to bring up 4th down.
And I don't know the logic behind that play call. It worked maybe once last game against Prosser, but this Sedro-Wooley team is just so quick on the outside that Lucia just calling some plays right now which are questionable, and maybe like to see a shot downfield there, but it'll lead to the punt.
As Slay looks to get a good punt, and that is going to be a nice high punt. And that's going to be taken by number 23, Bryce Hornbrook, and he gets a good run upfield as the flag is thrown.
Flag on the
Tackle made
field
by number 12, Jed Byers.
And number 23, Lennox, thought he had a short touchdown, but number 12, Jed Byers, who was just speedy, quick, come out of nowhere. And there's a flag down the play, and I believe it's going to be a block in the back against Sedro-Wooley, and it indeed is. So that is coming
block
back.
in the back against the Cubs.
And right there, I believe on 47, there was a block, and that is Ty Hendrickson who got blocked in the back. So that ball is going back a ways after the nice pickup by number 23, Lennox, the quarterback.
So the ball will be spotted at the 24-yard line. So Sedro-Wooley going to have quite a lot of ground to make up, as there is 6
Ball will be
minutes and
spotted at the
16 seconds
23-yard line.
left
1st and 10 for
to
the
go in this
Cubs.
second quarter. Sedro-Wooley on their last drive finally put their first points up on the board as they scored a touchdown.
And it's going to be a false start on Sedro-Wooley as they jump the gun on that play. So they will move back another 5 yards.
And penalties against both teams starting to stack up, as both teams have really had some struggles in the penalty department.
And for you folks just joining us, Sedro-Wooley scored it in the beginning of this second quarter to go up 7-0 on the Hounds in Sedro-Wooley in white and blue today, and Hounds in the all-blue uniforms.
So you got Lennox and Dickerson in the backfield as another flag is thrown. And you're going to be wondering if that's going to be another false start penalty on Sedro-Wooley. And it looks to be another false start penalty. So 2 straight false start penalties against Sedro-Wooley to start off this drive here in the second quarter.
That's spotted at the 13.
And so it is going to be 1st and 20 for the Cedro Cubs. And right now, just maybe shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. Back-to-back false starts for the defensive line. So they'll be pushed back another 5 yards.
Lennox with Gonzalez and Wilson in the backfield. As it was just a short throw, and that is caught by number 6, Spencer Hoover, who is just going to take this ball all the way down the field. One defender left to beat and taken out of bounds at the 12-yard line by number 85, Isaiah Strong. And what an explosive play by Hoover.
And right now, this defense for the Hounds just looking dazed, confused, not really playing how they used to play, you know. The Sedro-Wooley team coming in, really playing the way they want to play right now, their tempo, their style. And number 11, Joe Tingstad, down on the field for the Hounds.
And so after 2 straight false start penalties by the Sedro-Wooley Cubs, they have an explosive 50-yard pass for a big first down, as now the ball is on the 14-yard line, and looks to be a little shaken up. Number 11, Joe Tingstad, hobbles off the sideline for this Pullman Greyhound defense. So another senior and one of the key players on this defense as well coming out of the game. And Pullman doesn't really have a lot of depth either, so they're going to be looking to get these guys back on the field as quick as possible.
And, you know, that was just the key to the play, to the game, Don't let number 6 catch that short bubble screen. And right there, finally blown up there by number 52, Lennon Rocky, shoots to the gap. But that is just a play that cannot happen, is that bubble screen to number 6. And as a Pullman defender, you got to see that coming. Unfortunately, that time it was a big pay cut for number 6, Spencer Hoover, their best wide receiver and possibly the best player on this Sedro-Wooley Cubs
Loss
team.
of 4 brings up 2nd and 14 for the Cubs.
Rocky getting his first tackle for this Pullman Greyhound defense, one of the bigger parts of this defense, as Lennox with Dickerson in the backfield, as Lennox using the hard count again, as we saw in the beginning part of this game where they drew Pullman offsides. And that's the Pullman's second offsides penalty in this game. So penalties piling up for Pullman as Sedro-Wooley moves closer and closer to putting more points on
Ball
the
at the
board.
13-yard line, 2nd and 9 for the Cubs.
And so it'll be 2nd and 9 for Sedro-Wooley Cubs with 5 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in this second quarter.
Lennox with Dickerson in the backfield as Lennox fakes a throw and throwing in the end zone. And that pass is caught by number 6, Spencer Hoover.
Touchdown,
Arguably one of the best
Cubs.
players on the Sedro-Wooley team, as blown up coverage there by the Greyhound defense.
And, you know, going into half, you can expect Pullman is just going to get a chewing from their defensive coordinator, Coach Kofer. And right now, the Hounds just not playing the way they want to play, as these past 2 games, they have let the other team, their opponent, have sole possession of the game. And, you know, that can only lead to your defense getting worn out, beat up faster and faster, which if you're Sedro-Wooley, I mean, everything's going right for you right now.
Yeah, Hoover's the last guy you want to keep open, especially in the back
The
of the
extra
end
point is
zone, as
good.
he has that big play, explosive ability. So as Sedro-Wooley kicks the extra point good. We got 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Pullman's offense looking to come back out on the field after really being stagnant so far in this first half, as they have not had a lot going their way.
You know, I think Lucia, he's trying to make this team today run-based team, and that is just not working. As we have seen Soleil throw balls, you know, over the heads, but I mean, if you have a gunslinger behind your center, I mean, do you have to take shots downfield to try to get the offense going? I mean, what do you do?
I think they gotta get Ben Moose more involved in this offense so far. Maybe just throw him a screen, because he has that explosive ability as well. As we haven't really seen one guy take down Ben Moose. It takes a multitude of defenders to take him down. As Vasquez looks to kick another ball deep, and that ball's just going to sail over Kingstad's head into the back of the end zone. What a great kick there by Vasquez. You don't really see many lefty kickers.
And Vasquez, who just is a great player all around, is a kicker, punter, and then also plays some wide receiver, has the speed needed, but also the leg. Just a great kick there.
So this Pullman Greyhound offense coming back out on the field, headed by number 6, Jake Soleil, with number 13, Caden Hildenbrand in the backfield. And Soleil's just going to hand it off to Hildenbrand, who's wrapped up by number 58, Isaac Hoa. Pickup of 1 yard on the play.
And again, Hound's just trying to run, but right now,
Gain of 1,
their
brings up
defense
2nd and 9 for the
Cubs
Greyhounds.
is just shutting down the run. So right now, look to see Soleil maybe throw the ball. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a deep pass, just a little something across the middle, maybe like some short slants, something across the middle to get this offense going.
Soleil looking for a short little pass, caught by number 11, Joe Tinkstad. He picks up a gain of 8 on the play. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for
Pass
this
complete
Greyhound
to Joe
offense.
Tinkstad.
Great completion by Soleil to Tinkstad.
Yeah,
2nd
and finally,
and 2
Coach
for the
Lucia
Greyhounds.
deciding to go with a little short pass, I think, is what is going to be needed in this game. Is the run game right now is just not being established for the Hounds.
Green comes in motion as Soleil just hands the ball off to Hildenbrand, and he is brought down by a multitude of Cub defenders. So another failed conversion by this Pullman Greyhound offense, as they are
4th
3
and
of
4
8
for the Greyhounds.
on 3rd down, and they look to bring up the punting unit here once again.
And it's going to be about 4th and 3. But, I mean, again, a
Other
short
courses
pass in
around
that
the league,
scenario
West
would have
Valley
just
14,
got enough for
Franklin
the
Pierce
first
7,
down.
6:30 to
You
go.
wouldn't be backed up,
in
and
that game.
right off the bat, your defense is back on the field for the Hounds. So you kind of have to question maybe Coach, but that is just a kick, a great kick there, and picked up by number 23, who is electric and has the speed needed. And finally, a fumble on the play, but I think he picks it up.
Yeah, we also see a flag on the field, might be another block in the back, as we've seen before from this Cubs special teams unit.
Flag down on the field.
And we'll see here. And right there is going to be a block in the back on number 6. And that is Hoover, the star wide receiver. And that is on number 10, Trey Lopes. And finally, ball comes out, but he's able to fall back on. And that would have been huge for the Hounds if they were able to get that ball deep in territory of the Cubs. But, I mean, this is what you saw last drive. I mean, the Cubs started from way back here, then had one play that took them 80 yards, and then punched it in. So
the Cubs are going to start this drive on their own 9-yard line.
and if you're Pullman right now, you need to stop and then to
First
score
and 10
before
from the 9-yard
halftime.
line.
Get the momentum in your way, and then finally maybe you score on your own. But right now, Pullman defense needs to step up, watch the short screen, and run.
So Lennox with Dickerson in the backfield for this Cubs offense, as there's just a quick handoff to number 26, Hannah, as he picks up a gain of 2 yards. Tackle made by number 24, Ben Moose. One of the big parts
Gain of 2.
of this
Brings up
linebacker
2nd and
core
8 for the Cubs.
for Pullman Greyhounds.
And Moose, who converted from a DN to a linebacker position, excuse me, this season. He can play the positions both very well, but the Hounds have found him more useful at that linebacker's position this season as he's big, blocks a lot of passes, and has the speed needed to cover some wide receivers.
So Lennox and Dickerson back in the backfield as timeout. Sedro-Wooley.
Timeout.
So that's
Cut.
going to stop the clock at 2 minutes and
timeout.
15 seconds in the second quarter. Sedro-Wooley backed up in their own territory on the 12-yard
West
line.
Valley 21, Franklin Pierce 7.
Sedro-Wooley leads Pullman
Ellensburg
14-0
31.
after a rocky start for
Eatonville
Pullman.
0.
Right now, just not playing the way they wish they were, but you look after halftime, come back out, stop them here, maybe score before halftime. But right now, if you're Pullman, you just got to be telling Pullman coaches, you got to be telling your players, come on, guys, we're almost out of this half. We can restart. We're gonna come out this drive. Let's stop them, get the ball back. And I'm sure that's what coach is saying right there to his players.
Yeah, Pullman still has plenty of time to get a couple more stops on defense, make Sedro-Wooley punt the ball, and then get the ball back on offense and maybe put some points up on the board so that way you don't have as big of a deficit going into the locker room at halftime. So as this Cubs offense comes back out on the field, 23 Lennox under center throws a quick screen pass. Pass complete to number 6, Hoover. And he is brought down quickly by number 12, Jed Byers, and number 11, Joey Tinkstad, two of the more faster players on this defense.
Yeah, and that ball was almost out here, as we'll see on the replay.
Gain of 3 brings
Right
up
here,
third
when he was
and
hit, that
5
ball
for
is
the
being
Cubs.
bumbled around, and then finally Tinkstad almost hits the ball right back into him. Good help there, but you wonder if...
So I could bring up 3rd down and 6. Key 3rd down for both teams here as Lennox under center. Using that hard count to his advantage once again. The 3rd. Well, I guess we'll have to see first and foremost who this penalty is going to be on.
And again, it's on the Hounds. And it won't be enough for the first down, but it'll be 3rd and 1. So the Hounds shooting themselves in the foot there, so they need to come up with a big stop here if they want to get this ball back before half.
Pullman's
Encroaching on the
3rd
defense.
offsides
Brings
penalty
up
in
3rd
this
and 1
first
for the
half.
Cubs.
So not something you want to see if you're Coach Dan Lucier on the sideline. As Lennox comes back under center, Dickerson in the backfield, as well as they just handed off to Dickerson, who's brought down by number 12, Jed Byers, and the ball looks to be out, and Pullman signaling that they have the ball, and they
Fumble on the play,
do.
recovered by the Greyhounds.
Stop. And look at this play right here.
By number
Boom, Jed Byers, who just hits like a freight train, lays number 7, Dickerson, who was not expecting it, right on his butt. Just a great overall play from the Hounds, what they needed. So now they have the ball on the Cubs' 20-yard line. I mean, you have to expect them to punch it in here. And if they don't, it's going to be a major letdown for this Hounds team.
Ball picked up by number 66, Garrett Wanger, who had 2 sacks in their last game against Prosser. Another senior who's going to be surely missed as Soleil looks to throw deep and pressured as he looks to escape a couple of Cubs defenders and finally brought down. Almost got back to the line of scrimmage as he loses 2 yards. And Coach Dan Lucier looking a little frustrated there on the sideline as he calls a timeout
Pullman.
with 1 minute,
Second
16
timeout.
seconds left to go in the second quarter.
And Soleil had wide receivers down the field, but just the pressure, taking the eyes off, that's exactly what you don't want to happen right now after that good fumble recovery. And right there, just trying to break tackles, and finally tripped up and then laid on top of by about 3 players from that Cubs team. But right now, the Hounds struggling right now with offense. Got to look to score right now for the Hounds.
Yeah, Pullman really had a gift of good field position early in the first quarter, but they couldn't convert. And now they have good field position once again, looking to threaten to score. And if you're Pullman, you need this score, as you can't go into the locker room down 14, because that might be just too big of a deficit the way this offense has been playing so far.
And the offense will come back onto the field this time, maybe looking for something more than just
Second
a
and
loss of
13
3
from
yards
the
on the
22-yard
play.
line.
Soleil with Hildenbrand in the backfield as he drops back deep. Looking for it all, and pass is caught by number 11, Joey Tinkstad.
Touchdown!
Great touchdown reception there by the senior wide receiver. And Pullman put it up with her first points on the board as Tinkstad had easily a couple of steps on his defender.
Yeah, and finally, Jake Soleil steps up in the pocket, not feeling the pressure, gives his wide receiver time to make something happen, and finally throws a bullet in the hands and a touchdown. So what the Hounds need is they get some momentum finally, so they will score, and it is 6-14.
As Hildenbrand, snap over the head of number 16, Connor Kincaid, and Hildenbrand just brought down hard at the 32-yard line. So just a high snap there over the head of Kincaid, and not something
Extra
you want
point
to
is
see
no good.
if you were this Pullman team trying to claw back into this ball game.
You know, momentum right there now just goes right back down the drain. As we just said, they had some momentum, and right there they just lost it. Really maybe needing that. I mean, stuff like that is what can determine the game, as we saw last Tuesday. I mean, on Tuesday, Pullman beat Prosser because of a blocked field goal. And I mean, those come back to play a factor in games. So, I mean, the Hounds will eventually maybe have to go for 2, and it makes it just that much harder.
Yeah, going back to the touchdown drill, that might have been the first time we saw Soleil looking really poised, really comfortable in the pocket. Got his feet set, his offensive line gave him just enough time to throw the ball, and it was a great throw.
I mean, yeah, he certainly felt pressure, but at that point he realized he had a receiver open, had time to throw, set his feet, and just delivered a bullet. I mean, every time that's what it's got to be if these Hounds want to walk away with the W today.
So Byers teeing up the ball on the 40-yard line, looking to kick it to number 23, Jacob Lennox, the quarterback. This is just a low ball covered by number 6, Spencer Hoover, who's looking to get some room on the edge, but brought down quickly by number 8, Chris Parrish, and number 51, Cameron Kincaid. Great coverage there by the special team unit of the Greyhounds.
And Chris Parrish there, just a good wrap up. Number 6, Hoover, is just deadly quick.
Ball spotted at the 33-yard line, first and 10 for the Cubs.
Just good wrap up overall there. The number 8, Parrish, and number 51, Kincaid.
So the last time Sedro-Wooley was out on the field for offense, their drive ended with a fumble covered by number 66, Garrett Wanger. So they'll be looking to get something more here with 1 minute, 2 seconds left in this second quarter. Lennox looking for number 9, Adrian Vasquez.
Fastball's
He's thrown a
incomplete.
little bit outside, too far to
Second
his right.
and 10 for the Cubs.
Bringing up 2nd and 10 for the Cubs.
And a minute left here in the second quarter. Maybe trying to move the offense down the field with a minute left.
Yeah, if you're Sedro-Wooley, you're just looking to run out time on the clock. You're already up 8. Go into halftime with the lead. Come back, put your defense out on the field, and maybe try to get some stops here. As Lennox under center. And he's just going to hand it off to number
Football! And there's a fumble on the play, and the Hounds recover again. And that is just a fumble caused by number 24, Ben Moose, who just obliterated the kid.
Hit. What a
Fumble on the
hit by
play, recovered by the
number 24.
Greyhounds.
Ben Moose, ball recovered by number 12, Jed Byers. You see what a hit. Ben Moose just laid the wood to that Cubs.
And number 13, Corey Wilson, will be feeling that one tomorrow morning as he just got popped. I mean, you could hear
Ball
the
at the
hit up from the
34,
booth.
first and 10 for the
and just,
Greyhounds.
wow, just a great overall hit there by Ben Moose. And then number 12, Jed Byers, coming up with the clutch fumble recovery, just what the Hounds needed. And they will have 54 seconds to score and try to put something on the board. His number 13 on the sideline right now, maybe looking a little shaken up.
And Soleil coming on the field with the empty backfield. Byers comes in motion. They fake the handoff. Pressure coming for Soleil as he just throws the ball up towards intended target, number 22, Montre
Pass
Green.
ball is incomplete.
Ball just over his head.
Intended for
Slay
Trey
didn't
Green.
really look to get his feet set at all, but still threw it just far enough so it wouldn't get intercepted.
It almost sounded like there was a whistle at the beginning of that play. I thought they were going to call it a dead ball, but then they just kept playing. So
Second down and 10.
it is going to be
34
second
yards.
and 10 with about 48 seconds left in the half.
Slay once again with the empty backfield for this Greyhound offense. As he drops back looking to throw. Pocket collapsing once again as he throws it across the field. Pass caught by number 22, Montre Green, who has room to run and gets room on the side, and he scores! Touchdown Greyhounds! Two great blocks there by number 12, Jed Byers, and number 51, Cameron Kincaid, or it was number 11, Joe Teestad, and it was number 11, Joe Teestad, who just had a great block, and they absolutely just a great, I mean, that play should not have happened, but number 22, Trey Green with speed, and then key blocks. Right here, you'll see number 22 catch the ball, and then right here, number 12, Jed Byers lays number 14 on his butt, and then number 11, Joe Tinkstad with a key block, and a touchdown there for number 22, Trey Green, and they will go for two. Yeah, Slay using his feet to buy time there as he drops back to throw once again, throwing it right over the middle, and the ball is dropped. Pass intended for number 24, Ben moves across the middle as Pullman turning the momentum in their favor. Two very, very quick scores coming off of two fumbles by Sedro-Wooley, as now they are trailing by 2 points here late in the second quarter.
And like I said, there's a lot of football left to play, and that just shows you. I mean, with 7 minutes left in this second quarter, they were trailing 0-14. Now it's close, 14-12. I mean, mistakes made by Sedro-Wooley, and finally the Hounds looking maybe a little explosive, and finally looking like themselves for the first time in this postseason play.
You can tell the offense of the Greyhounds is playing with a lot more confidence, especially after that first score. And what a great reception by number 22, Montre Green. That was just a whole team effort right there on the score. Great blocking by the line. Great job by quarterback Jake Slay to set his feet, and a great run by Montre Green.
And number 13 for Sedro-Wooley right now has a bloody nose. I mean, that just shows you how hard Ben Moose hit the kid. And you feel bad for him, but in a way you kind of feel good because Pullman just scored off that mistake. So a hard hit there by number 24, Ben Moose, just shows you really how hard Ben Moose hits. And a fumble again.
Picked up by number 23, Lennox, looking to juke his way out to the left side of the field, and he's brought down out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. So once again, Sedro-Wooley's offense coming out on the field, 28 seconds left to go in the second quarter, and you've got to be expecting them to just run out this clock as two fumbles, two straight drives by this offense. Not something you want to see, as they have the 14-0 lead here in the middle of the second quarter until Pullman, getting the two quick turnovers, putting 12 points up on the board in a hurry.
Yeah, and right now they're looking at number 13, who is still bleeding, so he will be sent off of the field after that big collision with number 24, Ben Moose. And so number 4, Mihalik will come in.
As Lennox goes under center, number 7, Darrell Dickerson, in the backfield, and they just hand it off to him as he bounces off one of his own offensive linemen and brought down swiftly by number 67, Cruz Minus, one of the big parts of this front defensive line of the Greyhounds.
Yeah, and Cruz Minus, a player that moved from California to Pullman this summer, or maybe it was last year. But he's just been a key add to this Pullman team, as he's big, and that will take it to the end of the half, but just a great end of the half for the Hounds.
Pullman's offense finally coming alive here in the second quarter. In the first quarter, it was really both of the defenses playing some good football, forcing a lot of third down, 3 and outs. making both teams punt. But then Sedro-Wooley getting out on the board early, putting up the 14 points. And then Pullman getting 2 key fumbles on defense late in the second quarter. Just when you thought the momentum was going all Sedro-Wooley, they get those fumbles and put 12 points up on the board.
Yeah, and Pullman just came out in that last 7 minutes of the second quarter and caused 2 turnovers. And turnovers won the game for them against Prosser. Turnovers win games, and right now they have 2. And, they're not winning yet. It's 14-12 after the muffled PAT and then the turn down on the go for 2. But right now Pullman is playing some good football. Got to be feeling good at what they've been doing so far. And they'll get the half. They get the ball to start off and look to be more explosive than in the first.
Yeah, both teams really struggling with penalties. Pullman being drawn offsides 3 times so far due to the hard count by Lennox, the quarterback for the Cubs. So we'll look to see them maybe come out and not have quite as many penalties. And so at the end of the second quarter, Pullman down 14-12. We'll be right back after this.
I am the greatest.
Edwell, 0. Fourth quarter.
Is it better now? What? Alright. I don't know, they're slacking.
They're not going to be out in time. They have like a minute left. There's a minute left in half. They're not going to be out there.
Another score update, West Valley 21, Franklin Pierce 21 at almost half time.
There's only like a minute and a half left until kickoff.
What?
How come this time there's no
Yeah.
team?
I don't know what the teams are doing.
No, like usually they come out here like 5 minutes after. Our team's probably going to be out.
What? Grady, the teams aren't out yet. Oh, here comes. The Cubs. Payne's back.
Field at a score of 14-12. The Hounds losing by 2, but a great second half effort from the Hounds, coming back from 14 down. What can we expect to see in this next half of football?
Well, both teams' defenses have played tremendously. First quarter, Sedro-Wooley's offense just shut down the Greyhounds. And then Pullman's defense as well, playing some really good football as they picked up 2 fumbles, 2 drives in a row at the end of the second quarter. So we'll look to see them try to continue that momentum as they finally capitalized off of the turnovers and put the 12 points up on the board. They missed the extra point on the first touchdown due to a high snap, and then they missed the 2-point conversion because of some good coverage and maybe a little bit of a forced throw. But we'll look to see both teams trying to get their offenses going more quickly than what they had been in the first quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, so far tonight, the Hounds already have 3 forced turnovers, which has just been a key factor to today's game already. As those turnovers, 2 of them have ended up in touchdowns. Another one, I mean, had nothing going for it, but it still plays a factor as they have not really thrown deep since that first interception by number 85, Isaiah Strong.
Yeah, one of the key stats of this game, Pullman, 3 of 8 on third down, having a really hard time getting the offense going. Here, the majority of the game, it's been that way, a lot of 3 and outs until the end of that second quarter where they put up 2 straight touchdowns. So we'll look to see what they can do here in the third quarter.
And we'd like to apologize to number 23, Bryce Hornbeck, who is actually the quarterback tonight and is listed. There's 2 number 23s listed, and unfortunately we had a 50-50 shot, and we unfortunately been calling the wrong one. But we'd like to say sorry and like to point out to you guys that it's actually Bryce Hornbeck who has been the quarterback so far in tonight's game for the Sedro-Wooley Cubs. And I believe number 13 is actually getting a number change too. And he will now be number 34, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's due to the rule where you can't have blood on your jersey. And after he just got his whole world knocked upside down after Ben Moose laid the wood to him and gave him a bloody nose. And that just went all over his jersey. So getting a new jersey change, we'll look to see if number 35, Cameron Lang, for this Pullman Greyhound offense, comes back out onto the field after coming out early in the first quarter with a ankle injury. We thought it was just kind of rolled it a little bit, but it looked to be more serious after not coming back in.
Yeah, Cam Lang right now taking his pads off on the sideline. You wonder if he's coming back in or is he taking them off for good. I don't know if he has some pad troubles, but he's over talking with the physical trainers right now. And unfortunately, that might be a key loss tonight for the Hounds, but his ankle is still in a lot of pain as we see him hobbling around, and he's taking that cleared off. So maybe he's either going to get taped up or he is going to be out for the rest of this game, which, as the Hound player, I mean, you'd hate to see that happen.
Yeah, for Pullman at the running back position, lucky for them, they have some really good depth. They got Jed Byers in there. They also have Caden Hildenbrand, Trey Lopes, and also Montre Green. as well, who can do the heavy lifting for this Greyhound offense. As Sedro-Wooley comes out onto the field, getting ready to boot this ball away. Back to kick, number 9, Adrian Vasquez. One of the many seniors on this Cubs team.
And as we heard over the intercom, Ellensburg is beating the Eagles 26-6.
Oh yeah, this is
So
good.
the winner of this game will most likely be playing Ellensburg unless there is a drastic turnaround
Yeah.
over there. But winner has yet to be determined here, so we have a lot of football left to go as number 9, Vasquez, back to kick off to number 12, Jed Byers, and number 11, Joe Tinkstad. And again, just a nice boot there. And it'll be a touchback for the Hounds, so they will start at the 20-yard line.
Start the ball on the 20 on the first and 10 Greyhounds.
And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Hounds, as their offense, who really was on fire at the end of that last half, will look to see if they can pick up where they left off. Just a tremendous effort by both defense and offense for the Hounds. In the backfield for the Hounds is going to be number 6, Soleil, along with number 13, Caden Hildenbrand. And number 6, Soleil, will look to take it himself, and he breaks the tackle, is still on his feet, and gets about a gain of 7 on the play, so it'll be about 3rd down and 3.
Great run by quarterback Jake Slay. Defense was really not expecting the quarterback run this early in the drive, and a great pickup of 6 yards on the play.
And Hildenbrand in for the injured number 35, Cameron Lang, who's yet to come back after that first quarter injury. And again, a quarterback keeper by number 6, Jake Soleil, and he will pick up the 1st down. So again, maybe they're trying to get the run offense going here in the second half.
Pullman's offense looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of halftime. Yeah, I wonder what the coaching staff had to say to these players to get them sort of fired up and trying to get them back in this ball game.
And a short throw, quick throw to number 11, Joe Tinkstad, who will get about a gain of 9 on the play, so it will be 2nd down and 1 for the Hounds, as the short throws being held to a good use here at Hobbs Field early in this third.
Yeah, Soleil just throws it to Tinkstad, a little 3-yard pass, and then Tinkstad picks up another 6 or 7 yards after the catch.
And again, Soleil picking up the 1st down with the quarterback keeper, as we've seen him three in a row. And he'll pick up the 1st down for the Hounds.
Sedro-Wooley's been just taking some shots at quarterback Jake Slay, as he's just been hit hard all game today.
In the backfield is number 24, Ben Moody, and that would be a deep shot downfield to number 11, Joe Tinkstad. And that is just overthrown by Soleil, but a good thrown, a well-thrown ball to number 11, Tinkstad, who just could not muscle up and get over to it.
Yeah, Pullman setting up the drives, little short throws, little short runs, and then trying to expose that defense, as the defense was expecting another short little play, and Tinkstad was just unable to get that ball, bringing up 2nd and 10.
And in the backfield is number 6, Soleil. In motion, number 12, Jed Byers, and Soleil will keep it himself again, using the spin move to a T, and he'll pick up about 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 6 to go.
Slay showing that agility and great footwork there as he makes a couple of the Cubs defenders miss. Great pickup of 6 yards on the play.
It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Hounds. And a muff snap from Soleil. Is he feeling the pressure? And he is brought down in the backfield. Maybe not expecting the snap, and that happens maybe quite often, a little more often than the Hounds would like. So the Hounds will bring on the punt unit, and dropping back for the Cubs is number 23, Bryce Hornbeck.
No, I'm gonna just get these little kids playing football.
Hornbeck, very shifty player, as he has the ability to make quite a few defenders miss, as we've seen in the previous punts.
And a good punt by Soleil, and Hornbeck will pick it up, and it is fumbled. And I believe the Hounds have it, but we'll see. Nope. And it is still in possession of the Cubs, but just a good tackle by the punt unit. And so the Cubs, on their first drive of this second half of football from Hobbs Field, maybe look to get a score starting early. And Hornbeck under the center with number 45 in the backfield. That is Noah Struzma. And a throw to number 6, who is fast. And that is Hoover with the catch out of the backfield.
Great tackle there by number 11, Joe Tinkstad, number 22, Montre Green, both seniors on this Pullman defense.
And Hoover will come over to take a break. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cubs. And in the backfield is number 23 along with number 45, Struzma. And a quick pass, fake deep downfield, and he's open. He has a man, number 9, and it is almost dropped, but number 9 able to make the catch. And number 11, Joe Tinkstad, just on the missed coverage. Lucky he was able to catch up as that ball was thrown a little bit behind intended receiver Vasquez.
Yeah, the defense just bit hard on the pump fake that you don't see here on the replay. And they just let Vasquez get all the way down the field. Lucky for the Greyhounds, the ball was a tad bit underthrown. And they were able to catch up to him.
And in the backfield, number 23, Hornbach, along with number 43, Douglas. And it's going to be a false start, I believe, on the offense. And it's going to be on the defense, excuse me. And so it will be 1st down and 5 for the Cubs as they are marching down this defense. And, you know, it's been the big plays that have really hurt Pullman. I mean, there's not a lot of little plays that have when these guys march down the field, I mean, it's big plays then little plays. It's not little. And Hornbeck with the snap, and will hand it off to number 34. And number 34 with the carry, Tyler Goss. As we see some new backs entering the game for the Cubs.
A great open field tackle by number 12, Jed Bias, just wrapping up down low and making sure that Sedro-Wooley doesn't get another touchdown. It's Pullman only down 2. With 7:57 left to go in this 3rd quarter.
And right now the Hounds just looking for a stop, and it's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Cubs. In the backfield is number 23, Hornbeck, and number 7, Dickerson. And Hornbeck will keep it, and he will get the 1st down. As the quarterback keeper up the middle.
And we've seen both quarterbacks really have that ability to run. As we've seen here early in the second half, both quarterbacks have been taking it themselves, picking up those 1st downs. That brings up 1st and goal for Sedro-Wooley, threatening to score their 3rd touchdown of the ball game.
And in the backfield for Sedro-Wooley is number 23, Hornbeck, along with Dickerson, number 7. Spread out is Hoover and number 4, Wilkick. And a flag thrown on the play. And it's going to be a delay of game against the Office, so that will move them back 5 yards. So it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Cubs.
Lots of penalties against both teams, as we saw earlier in this drive. Pullman drawn offsides, and then right here the delay of game on Sedro-Wooley.
And it'll actually be 1st and goal from the 15 of Pullman for Sedro-Wooley. And in the backfield, number 23, Hornbeck, along with number 7, Dickerson. Hornbeck will take the snap, looking to throw, and he'll throw to number 4, And that is dropped by number 4, Davis Mihalik.
And he was open on the play, too. Coverage a little bit soft behind him. He might have been able to put that in for a touchdown, but just tried to run before he caught the ball, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 15 for Sedro-Wooley.
Yeah, that's a problem with young players, always trying to run first, don't look the ball in. Something you learn over time. And in the backfield is number 23, Hornbeck, along with number 7, Dickerson. And that's going to be a false start on the offense as number 7, Dickerson saw it from the beginning, put his head down in disgust as they will move back another 5 yards. And it will be 2nd and 20. And, well, 2nd on the 20, and it is going to still be 2nd and goal.
So the Sedro-Wooley offense really just shooting themselves in the foot here. 2 false start penalties in this drive.
And in the backfield for the Cubs, number 23, Hornbeck, along with number 7, Dickerson. And Hornbeck will take the snap, look to throw, and it's actually handed off to number 4 on a flea flicker, but it is thrown too far. And number 4 is who we thought and intended to be the quarterback tonight, Mihalik, but it was incomplete, so it'll be 3rd and 20. Well, 3rd on the 20, but 3rd and goal for the Cubs.
Yeah, if you're Pullman's defense, you gotta be expecting this to be 4-down territory for Sedro-Wooley.
And Hoover coming out. You know, I mean, you expect 2 downs here, not knowing what the kicking situation is. So, I mean, even if they get a stop here, you have to expect that they will go for it again on 4th down with such close coverage. And the double clutch move. And it is tipped by number 12, Jed Byers, who ran over to make that tip. And a great play there by the free safety, Byers, and good coverage also by number 8, Chris Parrish, who gets up a little gingerly, but was able to walk it off.
Yeah, Byers coming all the way from that linebacker unit, making up a lot of ground as he is one of the faster players on this defense. Great coverage also by the senior number 8, Chris Parrish.
Yeah, and he might even had Parrish beat there, so lucky that number 12, Byers, was there. Help for backup. And they will be going for it. Or actually, they were going to kick it. And so number 9, Vasquez, maybe having a better leg than we anticipated. Looking to put 3. I mean, remember, Pullman's a very good team at blocking field goals. But that is a good kick. And through the uprights, and it's good. So he has a leg on him, as we've seen on kickoff. But, wow, just something we don't usually see is teams kicking field goals here in high school, at least in our league.
Yeah, the wind was in his face as well, and not showing it to be a factor at all as Vasquez with the strong leg. And so that puts Sedro-Wooley at 5 points as they lead Pullman 17-12.
And you know, if you're Pullman, you're glad they only walked out of there with them scoring 3 as they somewhat shot themselves in the foot going back yardage instead of forward. But really, Pullman's got to be proud of what they just did and stopping them in their red zone. Only allowing 3. And so to kick off, number 9, Vasquez, who just had the PAT, and it was good. And back to receive is number 12, Jed Byers, along with number 11, Joe Tinkstad for the Hounds. Explosive return in for the Hounds. And Vasquez is ready to kick off. And he has been electric tonight. And that is just a booming kick. And that'll go back into the end zone. So it will be Hound football on the 20. The same yardage they went last time, looking to march down the field this time and put some points on the board.
Yeah, Pullman has not had a kickoff return yet, showing how good the leg of Adrian Vasquez for Sedro-Wooley is.
And Slay drops back. And he'll throw across the middle, almost picked off by number 4, Mihalik. Lucky that isn't picked off as he threw into coverage.
Yeah, I didn't really see anybody wide open as Soleil might have saw Lopes, but he was double covered, and that ball was also really underthrown, and linebacker almost picked it up. But lucky for the Hounds, it's just 2nd and 10, and they are still on offense.
And number 6 in the backfield along with number 13, Hildenbrand. Soleil drops back to look to throw. Has his man, Ben Moose, who just goes up in the air and grabs it after being pushed. And flags are thrown, and you wonder if it's going to be a face mask, or maybe even a pass interference or holding. Really many options.
Might have been a late hit, too, because those flags came in really late, as Ben Moose just showing that size.
And it's going back. And it's an ineligible receiver downfield for the Hounds. And so, after a gain, it will be a loss and repeat 2nd down.
That was a tough throw, too, by Slay, throwing off his back foot, buying time with his legs.
And it's going to be 2nd down for the Hounds. And Soleil back looking to throw. Has his man Ben Moose, who catches it. He's dragging people, and he'll pick up the 1st down. A great game there by Ben Moose, who's 6'5", 285 pounds of just steel. Just a big man on this team. And he just towers and just bulldozes his way through the defense for the Cubs.
Yeah, really the first big catch all game we've seen from Moose. Finally get involved in this Pullman Greyhound offense.
And a great throw there by Soleil, just putting it over the top of the middle linebacker covering Moose. And again, Moose, the target, and he throws a man off of him and picks up another 1st down depending on the spot. And he will have the 1st down, so they will move the chains again.
Ben Moose showing he's simply unguardable, as Sedro-Wooley doesn't have a single guy who is even remotely close to Moose's size there on their defense.
Yeah, and you look on the roster, it's a small team. The tallest maybe being about 6'2", and they have 2 players about 6'2", but that's nothing compared to the 6'5" frame of Ben Moose. As Soleil keeps it, and that play is just shot down by number 24, and that is Riley Schwartz.
Yeah, we've seen him all over the place today, breaking up passes, and right there bringing down the quarterback, Soleil.
And number 7, Dickerson will come off the field with cramps, it looks like.
Something we saw from the Greyhounds last week against Prosser at Martin Stadium.
And Soleil looks to pass, and he does to number 11, Joe Tinkstad, who gets the corner and finally thrown down. And he recovers maybe the fumble, but it looked like he was down before the ball popped out. But a gain of about 6 on the play, so it's going to be more than 6. So, but it's going to be about 3rd down and 4 for the Hounds. It's gain of 9 on the play. And that is given to number 22, Trey Gruden, who just blows through the hole and picks up the 1st down for the Hounds. A much-needed 1st down for the Hounds. And so Pullman's starting to march down the field a little bit here on the Sedro-Wooley Cubs. Right there, as you see, number 22, Montre Green with the carry. Slay in the backfield. And they'll hand it off again to number 22, who has an opening, and he spins off a defender and close to a 1st down again for the Hounds, depending where they mark this ball. And it will be another 1st down, so 2 back-to-back 1st downs for Montre Green, who is not really a running back, but coming in today, filling in for the injured 35, Camden Lang, showing what he's made of. Quick throw to Jed Byers, and Jed Byers gets upfield. And another 1st down for the Hounds, as the Hounds are moving in number 7, Dickerson, and number 4, Millick. Maybe a little unhappy with each other for the Cubs. But that is another Hound 1st down.
Yeah, one thing that we haven't seen from Pullman's offense so far is the ability to keep the defense off balance, as they have had success this drive in the run game and also the pass game.
Soleil will take the snap, and he'll keep it himself. Dodges, spin move, and finally brought down about a gain of 8 on the play, maybe 7. But again, a good run by number 6, Jake Soleil.
Yeah, the Pullman Greyhound offense just showing how good this no-huddle offense really is. As Sedro-Wooley has their hands on their hips, they look tired.
And in the backfield, Soleil with Montre Green. Montre Green will get the ball. This time he's tripped up. So it'll be about second. And if he gained a yard on that play, I'm not sure. But he tripped up in the backfield for sure.
Yeah, great tackle there by number 24, Riley Swartz, making the tackle low at the legs, knowing how explosive Montre Green really is at that running back position.
And in the backfield, Soleil and Green. Number 12, Byers in motion. They'll look to throw. Soleil making man miss. He'll tuck it, keep it himself, bounces off a defender, and finally pushed out of bounds, but not before picking up the first down. So finally maybe Jake showing the legs, which we haven't seen that much in this game, but able to get the outside corner and tucks it, and then finally makes a defender miss, number 23, Hornbeck. And it will be first and goal for the Hounds on the on the 2-yard line.
Pullman doing a really good job keeping drives alive, converting on 2 straight third downs, something we hadn't really seen much of in the whole first half.
And Slade will keep it himself, look to get in the end zone, and he does, and it is touchdown for the Hounds. What a drive for the Hounds, putting together just a string of plays, never really getting deep into that 4th down marker, and finally picking up the touchdown for Slade. And he looks dead on the play, maybe a little winded from that drive, but they look to go for 2, I believe, as they need to, and they'll go up by 3 in that case, and it'll be huge. And they'll go for 2. Soleil takes the ball, looks to throw, but he is blown up by number 24, Schwartz. So they are 0 for 2 on 2 down on the 2-point conversion, And Pullman leads 18-17. I mean, could this be like last game where Pullman wins by 1 point? I mean, there's still a lot of football left, and the Sedro-Wooley's Cubs team is very good at moving the ball down the field as they have explosive plays. But, I mean, how crazy would that be? 2 1-point wins? I mean,
absolutely. That would be incredible for this Greyhound team. Number 24, Riley Swartz for this Sedro-Wooley defense. All over the place. 3 tackles on that drive. One of the many seniors on this team not wanting his team to go down without a fight, as Pullman now taking their first lead of the ball game here late in the 3rd quarter as they lead 18-17 with 2 minutes and 46 seconds left.
Yeah, just a great overall drive there by the Hounds, finally looking like their old selves, and they're finally feeling a little loose down there. As on the kickoff team, you see number 22, Montre Green, having a little fun. He always does. He loves this game. Plays with intensity. He's tough and tenacious, and just a great player overall. And back to receive for Cedro Woolley, number 23, Hornbeck, and number 6, Hoover. And a high kickoff there, and number 23, Hornbeck, will get it. And he makes a man miss. Goes through the hole and is finally brought down by number 12, Jed Byers. So maybe not the best kick, and a good return there by number 23, Hornbeck.
Sedro-Wooley coming out with some really decent field position. Ball on the 41-yard line.
And so they will be on the 41-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cubs.
Byers with another tackle for this Greyhound defense.
And Byers just showing really how versatile he is. And in the backfield is Hornbeck along with Dickerson. And they will quick throw to Hoover. And he is finally brought down by number 22, Trey Green, on the shoelace tackle, but not after picking up about 8 yards on the play.
Hoover showing that explosive speed coming off the screen play, as Pullman really hasn't guarded that play quite well, maybe guarding more for trying to stop the deep ball rather than the short little throws.
Yeah, definitely. That play, that bubble screen throwing in. Their blockers, their right receivers are good blockers, so they're pinning that guy and just not been able to get around. And in the backfield, number 23, Hornbeck with number 7, I believe, Dickerson, yep. And Hornbeck will throw it to Dickerson out of the hands, through the hands of Dickerson.
Play blown up by number 22, Montre Green with the hit there at the end of the play on Dickerson. Bringing up a key 3rd and 1, trying to move into Pullman Greyhound territory. Ball on the 50-yard line.
Crowd is terrible this game.
And Sedro-Wooley in the huddle with number 23, Hornbeck, relaying the call to his troops. And under center is Hornbeck, and you might expect a quarterback sneak right here. And number 26 will get it, and he is going to pick up the first down, but good stop by number 22, Trey Green, just to hold him there, as he has been a good runner by being Hana.
That is Sedro-Wooley's first 3rd down conversion of the ball game. Hasn't really had to be on 3rd down, as their offense has either been really gelling or had to punt really early in the drive.
Yeah, you know, this offense is just really explosive. There's not very many small plays like you just saw. So, I mean, usually they're pickup of about 5 or greater, not much less. And number 23, Hornbeck will keep it this time, and he is brought down in the backfield by number 22, Trey Green, who was hyping up the sideline. And he just blew that play up from the beginning right here. Hornbeck just, boom, hit him right there. And he is knocked over, and help from number 67. Excuse me, Cruz minus.
Yeah, the 2 seniors on this Greyhound defense really showing the fight that this whole defense has.
And number 23 under center, along with number 7, Dickerson, in the backfield. And a quick throw over to number 9. And that is picked up by Vasquez, but he will not get the first down. He's just short. So I believe it'll be 3rd down and 1, excuse me, for the Cubs. As that play has just been blown up right there. As you see, number 14, just a key block there on number 8, Chris Parrish, not allowing him to get outside.
Great open field tackle by the junior number 12, Jed Byers, as clock continues to tick down. Under 24 seconds now left in this 3rd quarter.
So you expect one more play from the Cubs, and they will, and there will be a quarterback sneak with number 23, Hornbeck, and that should take us to the end of the 3rd, with the Hounds now leading 18-17. But the Cubs marching downfield, picking up 2 3rd down conversions, and those are costly downs right now, as the Hounds needed those. And look for the Hounds to keep fighting and battling, being tough, and hopefully they'll win this game.
Sedro-Wooley's offense looking really strong, as they've made some
Treadwell breaks one tackle, breaks another, breaks a 3rd. He's to the 10, to the 5. He dives for the pylon.
As we start this 4th quarter of the 1st round of the 2A state playoffs, Pullman leading Sedro-Wooley 18-17. As Bryce Hornbeck taking it himself up the middle here on 1st down, picking up a gain of 5 yards on the play.
And Hornbeck really just kind of a small guy, only 5'5", but he is hard to tackle. He is hard to get a grasp on as he's so small and shifty. A great player for this Cubs offense, excuse me.
Hornbeck under center. Dickerson in the backfield with him. And Hornbeck faking the screen, going for it all. As that ball is almost intercepted by number 11, Joey Tinkstead just bouncing off of his hands. Pass intended for number 6, Spencer Hoover, who has been one of the key players on this offense, as a flag is thrown towards the Sedro-Wooley sideline. Referee making eye contact with the coach. Maybe the coach might have said something to the referee that the referee might not have liked.
And there was a flag thrown before the play. I believe it was a false start on the offense. And then the coach, livid, said some words that he might regret later on in this game to referee. And we'll look to see what it is. So a false start on the offense. And the illegal procedure. So they will move back.
Those are 2 huge penalties here in this fourth quarter, and Sedro-Wooley's just been shooting themselves in the foot as the ball just keeps going back and back and back.
And that is going to put them on their own 48-yard line. And keep in mind, they were on the 36-yard line.
And that is going to be a 15-yard loss from those 2 penalties. So second down and a huge 20. We'll look to see if Sedro-Wooley can get back here on second down.
And a little flea flicker, and they look for number 23, and they have him. And if you're Monterey Green, number 22, I mean, you got to be expecting that. But a good stop there for the Hounds, as it will bring up, third down, still about 15 yards.
Great catch by Bryce Hornbeck, the quarterback, just coming out of the backfield, slipping through that secondary of the Greyhounds. And what a pass by number 4, Davis Mahilek, just coming out of that receiver spot, making the easy completion. As now it is third down and 17 for Sedro-Wooley.
And the Hounds here, you got to expect, they got to need this fourth down to come up, so they got to get a stop here on third.
Hornbeck looking to throw. Dumps it off to number 6, Spencer Hoover, who dances his way out of bounds, and a flag thrown in the direction of number 34, Tyler Goss. One of the wide receivers might have been holding.
And it's going to be holding.
As he was definitely holding number 22, Monterey Green. And so Sedro-Wooley just keeps going further back, as that is their 4th penalty of the drive.
And you wonder if Lucia will decline it, bring up 4th down and 10. And another flag is, and another block in the back. The Cubs continue to just work their way backwards, not what is intended.
And this Pullman team's got to be liking that, as if they can get a stop here on third down, they'll end up with some decent field position. As Hornbeck looks to be coming under center, number 7, Dickerson in the backfield.
It'll be third and 22 for the Cubs.
As Hornbeck faking to his left, and he just looks to be tucking the ball and running as he dodges one tackle and brought down by number 52, Lennon Rock, the senior, as that was a really good carry, pickup of a little over 15 yards. So that's going to bring up a short 4th and about 7. We'll look to see Sedro-Wooley going for it.
And that was just a good pickup. I mean, they were third and 22, and now they have a short 4th down conversion. Look to see if they can get it or not, as this may be just a little too far for their kicker, number 9, Vasquez.
And this could be one of the key plays of the game here late in this fourth quarter.
And I believe it's going to be a timeout.
Timeout. Cubs.
And it'll be a timeout for Sedro-Wooley as they will talk this one over.
And so with 10:46 left to go here in this fourth quarter, your Pullman Greyhounds leading Sedro-Wooley 18-17.
And we will be back shortly after this timeout from Hobbs Field.
And welcome back to Hobbs Field as Sedro-Wooley here on fourth down, 6 yards to go. As
He looks to throw.
breaks, and he is just going to tuck it and run as Hornbeck breaks into the open field. And he is looking for the end zone, but brought down by number 11, Joey Tinkstad, in a big fourth down conversion by the Cubs offense.
And you got to wonder where the defensive end there. I mean, defensive end is contained, and they did not contain him. As that is number 23, Hornbeck, who almost nearly takes that in for a touchdown. So it's going to be 1st and 3. I mean, that's just unexcusable. They were backed up to 3rd and 25. If you're the Hounds, you have to be just angry with yourselves. That should have been a sure turnover on downs. So now they have to make the stop here up close. Just made it that much harder on themselves.
Hornbeck under center. Dickerson in the backfield, and they just hand it off to number 26, Leo Hanna, as he plunges into the end zone for a touchdown. And that is Sedro-Wooley's first touchdown of the fourth quarter as they retake the lead, as they are up by 5 points now, looking to plunge this extra point kick in to go up 6.
And it is going to be Vasquez, the number 9, the great kicker for this team, that is on to kick the extra point. And if you're the Hounds, I mean, how clutch would it be right now for another field goal block? Get some momentum going your way. I mean, you just never know with this Hounds team. And the key player you want to watch on this is number 85, who's going to be at the right of you guys' screen at home. And actually, they're going to go maybe for 2. This is going to be a weird setup.
As Sedro-Wooley just walks right into the end zone. Really strange formation, putting all their linemen on the left side and just running it right through the right side. And that run was made by number 9, Adrian Vasquez, the kicker, just walking right into the end zone. Pullman's defense not really sure what to do there, as they have not seen a formation quite like that all season. So I guess it gets kind of stranger and stranger as you play teams more towards the east side of the state.
And yeah, if you're Pullman now, you actually have to make this second, or you have to make the 2-point conversion, and you go up by 1. But Sedro-Wooley trying to make it a little bit harder for the Hounds.
Still plenty of time left for both teams to do something in this game, as there is 9:59 left to go in this fourth quarter. Coming down to the wire once again for this Pullman Greyhound team, as their last game they only won by 1 against Prosser, and that was 14-13. Greyhound offense has scored more points this game than they did last game, as 2 touchdowns came late in the second quarter off of turnovers, and then another touchdown early in the third quarter coming right out of halftime. We'll see if this kick return team will get a chance to return, as Vasquez has been sure-footed tonight for the Cubs, not letting any of the return men return the ball as he just kicks a low roller off the leg of number 52, Lennon Rock, who just turns upfield, and he is still going, brought down at the 44-yard line. So something that you don't really see from the linebacker. Lennon Rock doesn't play on offense at all, but he sure has that speed.
And there's an awful kick there, which is unusual for number 9. But Lennon Rock finding the hole up the middle. And how crazy would that have been if he took that one all the way to the house?
Pullman's offense coming back out on the field. Soleil with the empty backfield. 3 receivers to his left. Byers comes in motion as he fakes the handoff to Byers. Slay looking to run upfield as he finds a huge gap, picking up the first down and more, turning up the right side of the field, and he is still going, brought down at the 30-yard line. A great run by Soleil, something we haven't seen because the defense has just been containing him all game. He just breaks free there.
Yeah, he saw the gap, and you see a gap and your name Jake Soleil, you're going to take that gap and you're going to take it all the way. And oh my goodness, some key blocks there by number 10, Trey Lopes, and then finally brought down by number 23, Hornbeck. But just a great run, and the Hounds already in scoring position.
Soleil with Green in the backfield as he hands it off to Green, looking to turn upfield, making his way up about 5 yards on the play. So we're going to see a 2nd and 6.
And a great run there by Trey Green, who's really been just filling in for the injured number 35, Lang, but he's been a great explosive back today, really showing something that he's not used to doing, turning into a positive.
As Soleil just throws a quick screen pass to intended target number 11, Joe Tinkstad, covered well by number 14, Brent Vanderveen. Pass was just a little bit late as Vanderveen hit Tinkstad before he could get the ball, as that's going to be 3rd and 5 now for the Greyhounds.
And right here is critical for the Hounds. They really need this first down here.
Pullman's team 5 of 10 on 3rd down conversions as Soleil rolls out to his right, just throws it over the middle and almost intercepted by number 23, Bryce Hornbeck, the quarterback, and he is definitely mad at himself as that could have been a game-changing play for this Cubs defense as Soleil just overthrew his intended target, Byers, and almost intercepted. Soleil throwing no interceptions so far in this ball game.
So Hounds still in scoring position. This is critical though. 4th down, you need this if you are a Hound player. And a timeout is going to be called by Coach Lucier. Talk things over. Because, I mean, this is really a critical part of this football game.
Yeah, Pullman 0-for-2 on 4th downs tonight in this ball game. Both of those coming in the first quarter as they were trying to get some points up on the board early in the game, but failing to convert on the 4th down. Now we'll see if they can get their first conversion of the night.
And if you're Soleil right now, I mean, you can't be thinking for the long ball, but you got to be just expecting a short pass. Yeah, and as Eric pointed out to me, look over on the sideline, we see Cam laying on crutches, so definitely not something that's good, not a good sight. And you just hope the best that it's something minor, but I guess you kind of expect something major. He's on crutches.
So big 4th down here for the Greyhound offense. Soleil with Green in the backfield. Sedro-Wooley bringing pressure as Soleil completes the pass to number 24, Ben Moose. He's been a really involved piece in the offense tonight as he picks up the first down for Pullman as they pick up their first 4th down conversion of the ballgame.
Just a good grab there by Ben Moose, being hit as he caught it, but that was huge as it is going to be 1st and goal for the Hounds.
Soleil coming out with the empty backfield for Pullman. Byers comes in motion. Soleil keeps himself looking to get some space up the middle, and he does. Touchdown, Pullman.
And that, my friends, is Jake Soleil again finding the A-gap. This defense just not covering him as a running back. And right now, Jake Soleil is just tearing him up on the ground, and just a great run from Soleil and just missed tackles for the Cubs defense. And so now we'll see the extra point coming on as the Hounds will just try to tie this game up. I mean, still a lot of time left in this game. And Hildenbrand on to kick.
Pullman without an extra point tonight in this ballgame. Another failed snap. Lucky a flag was thrown.
And you know, snapping right now is an issue because Cam Lang is the original long snapper. And right now, Cam is out of this game. And so it'll be moved back. And so they'll be kicking from a longer distance. But right now, I think they might have bigger issues with the snap.
Yeah, Lyndon Rock, number 52, and they're doing the snapping. Getting a second chance to snap this ball as that last snap was a little bit low for Kincaid to handle, as now Hildenbrand's going to be kicking a 15-yard extra point, and this extra point is big.
Good snap, and it's in through the uprights.
Good. Pullman tied up this ball game with 8:32 left to go. And just a great drive all around, set up by the big run by number 6, Jake Slay, who also scored a touchdown later in the drive.
And that was close to being blocked, but luckily it snuck through the hands and fingertips of the Sedro-Wooley team. And it's tied ball game. I mean, this is what you pay to watch, folks. I mean, this is worth the $9 or $7, however much you pay to get into this game. This is what you pay for, to see two teams collide, two good teams collide. And right now, it's your PHS. You got to be thinking, we need to stop. You have the momentum right now. And if you're the Cubs, I mean, you got to be just push the ball down the field as far as you can get it.
I'm still on cam.
Yeah, Pullman doing a good job answering the touchdown from Sedro-Wooley with the touchdown of their own, as it is tied at 25 apiece. Byers teeing up the ball at the 40-yard line. Kicking some pretty short kicks tonight, as Sedro-Wooley's had decent field position all the way through. As he boots this ball, and it is a beauty. As Hornbeck looked to be a little bit confused in the end zone, as he is moving his way up to the 20-yard line, and a flag is thrown.
And you most likely see this either be a holding or blocking the back against the Cubs. But, I mean, he just thought that the play was over when he went into the end zone, but it was a fair ball. And he still made something of it. That just shows you how quick and, I mean, he's just a quick player.
And this penalty is going to be going against the Pullman Greyhounds. So they're going to be pushed up another 5 yards. So the ball will be placed at the 25-yard line. Hornbeck coming out with Dickerson in the backfield for Sedro-Wooley. On their last drive, they ended with a touchdown, putting them up to 25 points. So they look to be doing more of the same here on first down.
And it'll be a run.
As number 34, Tyler Goss, takes the ball upfield, getting a first down. This Pullman Greyhound defense looking a little bit tired, as Goss just made his way right through the secondary.
And Goss, the number change, and that is actually number 13, Corey Wilson. And he had put on a different jersey, and we just saw it. I noticed that because of the gauze in his nose from the bloody nose that he took earlier from a shot from Ben Moose. But right now, the Pullman defense needs to step up if they want to win this game. They need a critical stop here or turnover on down, something.
And the pass complete to number 6, Spencer Hoover, who picks up another first down and brought down by number 11, Joey Tinkstad. So the Sedro-Wooley team getting the short little plays and making big gains, picking up 2 straight first downs coming off the Pullman Greyhound score.
And look here, Trey Green didn't even go for his legs really. He went for his feet and was not able to bring him down. So, I mean, we got to have better form tackling there from the Hounds defense. I mean, this is critical parts of the game. I mean, do you want to keep going to state or do you want to end your season tonight? I mean, you got to realize that if you're the Hounds.
Hornbeck with Dickerson in the backfield once again, as he will hand it off to Corey Wilson, as he will pick up maybe a yard or 3, as those can be 2nd down and 7 for this Cubs team.
And Ben Moose there on the tackle, just shoving him out of bounds. And it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Cubs.
This Cubs offense really in a rhythm so far in the second quarter, already putting up quite a few number of points here in the second half as Hornbeck comes under center. Dickerson in the backfield once again, and he throws the little screen pass to number 6, Spencer Hoover, as he picks up the first down and continues to run, picking up a monstrous gain, bringing the ball up to the 25-yard line.
And again, a good pickup by Hoover. And right here, Jed Byers with the missed tackle. Again, missed tackles are killing the Hounds. And finally, at least Joe Tinkstad able to take out his legs. But right now, Sedro-Wooley just moving the football down the field, excuse me.
Hornbeck under center as he fakes another handoff, and that's going to go to number 34, Corey Wilson. He picks up another big gain of about 9 yards on the play, putting these Pullman Greyhound defenders on their heels.
And, you know, we were stopping that play earlier in the game, but right now, Pullman maybe a little worn out, not able to stop that.
Pullman with a lack of depth, especially on the defensive side of the ball. A lot of players play offense and defense for them. As Hornbeck back to receive the snap, as he's just going to roll out to his right. Pitches it to number 7, Durrell.
And a fumble on the play.
We got that.
And the Hounds, I believe, have it. They signal that they have it. And it is recovered by the Hounds, and that is recovered. And Soleil, I believe, hit the ball out, but just a huge play, a much-needed play, and that is number 24, Ben Moose, I believe, who recovered the ball. But watch here. Oh, never mind. That's number 11, Joe Tinkstad, who put his helmet right on the ball. And number 6, Soleil, comes up with it. But what a good play there by number 11, Joe Tinkstad, to hit the ball at number 7, Dickerson's hands.
And now that's 3 fumbles for the Sedro-Wooley team. Not something you want to see if you're the coach of this Cubs team, as Soleil with Green in the backfield. And he just hands it off to Green. Looks to be getting something on the left side. Picks up a loss of 1 on the play.
And the Hounds here, I mean, this is huge. I mean, this is the momentum changer they need. If they go up here, then they put the pressure on Sedro-Wooley. And so right now the Hounds really need to score here.
And there's 6:28 left to go in this fourth quarter. Soleil dropping back to throw. Throws a short one to Green as he has lots of open field ahead of him and brought down 7 yards about left to go. As this is going to be 3rd and 4 for this Pullman defense, for this Pullman offense, excuse me. Pullman's offense, 5 of 11, just under 50% right now on 3rd down conversions, looking to get another one. As Soleil dropping the ball, and it looks like we have a timeout. Pullman. So a critical 3rd and 3. Maybe Coach Lucia didn't like what he saw from his offense lining up, or maybe changing the play because he saw that the defense might have read it right. As this could be a critical 3rd down for Pullman.
Yeah, and if you're Pullman right now, you need this play. I mean, of course you're going to probably go for it. Well, it's questionable on 4th down. You probably want to punt that ball with such great territory there for Sedro-Wooley. But, yeah, I mean, you have to get this. This is huge. I mean, it's 3 yards. You got to be able to man up. If you run it on the ground, you have to fight and fight and fight until you get that yardage. Or if you're through the air, you have to just throw a dime, come down with it, and just look for that 1st down.
as this could be the final game Pullman plays at home this season. Even if they do win, their next game will probably be played at Joe Albee Stadium up in Spokane. Soleil with Green in the backfield, 3 receivers lined up to his left as he looks to throw over the middle and right off the hands of number 24, Ben Moose.
And that was a big play that they needed right there. So the punt unit will come on for the Hounds. And then you have to, again, worry. With 5 minutes left in this game, they really needed that. Because, I mean, 5 minutes is not that much time for this Sedro-Wooley team, who is good at scoring quick.
Soleil back looking to punt this ball to Hornbeck, the returner.
A great punt.
As he calls the fair catch at the 40-yard line. So Cedro Woolley coming back out on offense as their last drive ended in a fumble recovered by quarterback number 6, Jake Soleil. So they'll look to do something different here on offense.
And right now the Hounds, again, just need to stop. With only 5 minutes and 34 seconds left, you let them score here. They take off 3 minutes of that play clock. And, I mean, then you have pressure. I mean, you have a lot of pressure on you to march down the field. And right now that is not what you want if you're a Hound player.
Player to watch at the bottom of your screen, number 6, Spencer Hoover, one of the more explosive receivers on the Cedro Woolley team, as Hornbeck looked to maybe take it himself and picks up a loss of 1 yard on the play.
You know, I wonder if it was a muffled snap. I'm guessing what it is what it looked like. And just falling on top of it is Hornbeck, just making sure that they don't turn the ball over again for their fourth turnover on the game.
2nd and 11 for the Cubs. Hornbeck with Dickerson in the backfield. As Hornbeck just rolling out to his right, trying to make a play, throws it over and almost intercepted by number 85, Isaiah Strong, who already has 1 interception on this game as he was covering number 9, Adrian Vasquez, the kicker, who already has a huge catch so far in this ballgame.
Yeah, and actually, it was number 9, Vasquez, who made a good play hitting the ball out of number 85, Isaiah Strong's hands.
As this is going to be a huge 3rd down for Cedro Woolley. Dickerson in the backfield with Hornbeck, as Hornbeck just looks to roll out to his right, throws a short little pass to number 6, Spencer Hoover, who drops the ball, maybe trying to run with it before catching it, or he might have got hit, as well as now it is 4th down and 11.
Lucky that ball wasn't intercepted. Very lucky. But they will bring the punt unit on, and I guess if you're the Hounds, could you suspect maybe a fake punt here? And, I mean, expect the unexpected, I guess is what they always say, but I would be careful if I was the Hounds right now on maybe a fake punt from Vasquez, who's pretty fast, but that's a long distance to go. I mean, that's 25-plus yards for him to go.
Byers back to return for this Greyhounds punt return team as the snap is muffed and punt barely got off, as that is going to be about a 20-yard punt going out of bounds at the 49-yard line of Pullman. And they're going to have some really good field position coming back out here on offense.
Yeah, some excellent field position for the Hounds after that muff snap by the Cubs. So right now, just a good game.
Pullman might be looking to run down this clock all the way, because I don't think they want to see Cedro Woolley get the ball back anymore, as Soleil has Green in the backfield, and he hands it off to Green, looking to juke his way up the field, picking up a gain of 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, there's a good cut there by Green, just making the most of what he had, and just shiftiness by Green, getting up the gut for about 4 yards.
2nd and 7 for Pullman. Soleil back with Green in the backfield. as he looks to just throw it out to Byers, who has room on the side, making 2 defenders miss, and a great juke there by Byers, but he was just going backwards and losing about 4 yards on the play. Not something you want to see if you're Coach Danley.
Yeah, you got to run vertical. You can't run horizontal. I mean, they teach that day one in practice. Just maybe a mistake there by Jed Byers, as he should have had a plus yardage and actually lost about 3 or 4 on that play. So just a rough play there. Bonehead mistake by number 12, Jed Byers.
Byers was breaking ankles on that run. Unfortunately, it was for a loss. And Pullman taking a timeout here on a critical 3rd and 13 late in this 4th quarter. And Pullman's offense hasn't really been on the field very long, as their defense has been on the field the majority of the time this 4th quarter. You got to wonder how much longer they can hold up here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, right now this is big. They need this first down. I mean, there's no ifs, buts about it. I mean, you need this first down if you're a Pullman player and a Pullman coach. I mean, this is essential.
The results from the team meet. Bailey Rock had 4th place finish with 500 freestyle. 3rd place finish in the 4x50 relay. Brother Guerrero with 8th place in the 50 freestyle.
And we also like to give a shout out to our state swimmers who are competing this weekend over in the Seattle area. We like to give them a round of applause for the great job they've done so far in the season. Hope and wish them the best tonight, as their final races of the season are shortly, if not have already happened. So wish them luck.
Pullman 5 of 12 on 3rd down conversions, and Slay given a hard count, and he draws Sedro-Wooley offsides. And so Slay taking a page out of the Cubs playbook a little bit, as Pullman's been drawn offsides 4 times this game due to the hard count as well.
And that was number 24, Riley Swartz, who has been a big impact player for that defense. That time just making a mistake that I'm sure he'll take back tomorrow. We really wish he hadn't, if it changes the outcome of this game.
3rd and 8, Soleil with the empty backfield. Lopes in motion as Soleil sees pressure, throws it back to Lopes, and ball just a tad bit too short as Soleil threw it off his back foot. Took a hard hit as well, so it's going to be 4th down and 8. Pullman 1 of 3 on 4th down, as they look to bring out the punt team here, trying to push Sedro-Wooley back into some not so great field position.
Again, if I was Lucia there, I would have probably called a different play and go downfield. Don't go horizontal. I mean, you saw what happened a few plays ago.
And just a high punt by Slay, as Hornbeck calls for a fair catch. So Sedro-Wooley's going to be coming out on the field. Ball on the 21-yard line. And this could be the final drive of the game. But a lot of time still left, as there's 3:21 left to go in this 4th quarter.
And the Hounds now, I mean, feeling the pressure a little bit more, but maybe they're better under pressure. But right now, they need a big stop. I mean, hopefully back there they get good field position again, but Hounds maybe not really making the most of the possessions they have on offense tonight.
And Hornbeck under center with Dickerson in the backfield, as he rolls out to his left and just throws a shuffle pass to number 34, Corey Wilson, who picks up a gain of 7.
And, you know, when you watch the Cubs play, I mean, the middle by the quarterback just looks so congested until they finally figure out what they're going to do and how they're going to pitch the ball and who they're giving it to. It's just that triple option, and it's very confusing if you're a Hounds defensive player.
Yeah, great tackle made by number 67, Cruz Minus, as he just bounced on that guy. And I'm sure Wilson's going to feel that one in the morning. As Hornbeck back with Dickerson once again in the backfield. And Pullman looking to jump off sides once again. And penalties plaguing both teams this ball game.
And that'll be a first down.
Not something you want to see if you're Coach Dan Lucier.
Just mental mistakes from his team right now. I mean, really, this is where the I mean, with 2:34 left in this game, you can't be making mistakes like that. Can't be giving the other team yardage when it's tied 25-25 with such little time left.
And it looks like a muffed snap as the ball didn't even get back to Hornbeck, as one of the Pullman players saying that they have it, as a pileup occurring as we wait to see who has the ball. And it looks like a Sedro-Wooley player picking up the ball, as that is number 58, Isaac Howell, one of the offensive line veterans on the field.
Yeah, at first I thought maybe we did have it with so many players thinking that we did. But again, just a muff snap there by Howell.
So we have Hornbeck under center with Dickerson in the backfield as Hornbeck fakes the handoff, and that play is just broken up, brought down by 3 Greyhound defenders. And boy, they are fired up down there.
And that was number 76 for the Hounds. That being, well, it's not on our roster, but whoever number 76 is for the Hounds, coming up big.
So a big third down for Sedro-Wooley. Only 2 of 8 on third down conversions, as this is going to be a long one, 12 yards to get to that first down marker. As clock continues to tick down, you're wondering if they're just trying to melt the clock away a little bit so Pullman won't have enough time if they do get a fourth down.
And remember, Pullman runs that, and that's going to be a delay of game, I believe, which they did take a long time. But remember, Pullman has the ability to make things happen quick as they run that no-huddle offense. So they like to move the ball quicker when they get in rhythm.
And so it looks like it is actually going to be a timeout called by Sedro-Wooley. They just got the timeout called just before the delay of game penalty was called. So what do you expect to see left with this 1 minute and 4 seconds left to go in this ball game, Josh?
Well, right now, Hounds, I mean, most importantly, they need to get the stop. But if they let up the first down, I mean, you cannot let up a 20 or 30-yard play. I mean, you got to be minimal. I mean, maybe just crossing that yard marker, because with only a minute left, march downfield. If you get them, they get good field position. They have a good kicker. We've seen that.
As a child, you would wait and watch from far away, but you always knew that you'd be the one to work while they.
Teams tied at 25, 1:04 left to go in this fourth quarter. Hornbeck under center, and he fakes the run, looking to go for it all. Wide open, number 7, Darrell Dickerson, and nobody was guarding him at all.
And that's what you couldn't allow if you're the Hounds. I mean, that's just bad coverage. I don't know if it was the defensive play call, but 57 seconds left, you let something up like that. Now they have better field position, and now you just have to stop them to make sure that they don't get into field goal range.
And clock continues to tick down as neither team has a timeout left. Dickerson. Oh, and a fumble on the play. Another bad snap for Sedro-Wooley, but it looks like they have recovered the ball once again. And so the clock continues to tick down, and clock has stopped as Sedro-Wooley calls a timeout.
And the timeout for Sedro-Wooley, maybe trying to talk things over, is they do not want to lose this game on a fumble turnover. But right now, the Hound defense needs to come up big. They need to be clutch. And you see Jared Byers on the coaching staff for the Hounds just getting at his players, trying to hype them up, trying to get that one last stop. I mean, this is going further in your season or ending your season. So, I mean, I guess it's who wants to continue to play football just more.
Clock stopped at 38.8 seconds left in this fourth quarter. You got to wonder if Sedro-Wooley has enough time to get all the way down the field. As we've seen, they have that big play ability, especially with number 6, Spencer Hoover. He'll definitely be a receiver to watch, as he is going to be on the top portion of your screen. As Hornbeck under center, as he looks to throw deep, as he is just chased around, and he looks to run for it, as he has room on the edge, chased by the Pullman defenders, and the flag is thrown as the tackle is made by number 24, Ben Moose. You wonder if that might be a late hit on Moose.
Flag on the play.
Or it might have even been a horse collar, as he had his hand around the back of his neck area.
And that is not what the Hounds needed, is a horse collar.
Personal foul called against the Greyhounds.
That is going to be a horse collar on Ben Moose. So now Sedro-Wooley will continue to march down into the Pullman Greyhound territory with 26.8 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, what are the odds of a fumble now? I mean, when you need it the most, players come to play. So right now, we'll look to see who's the man on this team, who wants this game more than anything.
And what we might see is just Hornbeck trying to center the ball for their really good kicker, number 9, Adrian Vasquez, who's 1 for 1 on field goals, as they throw the ball off to number 6, Spencer Hoover. Brought down by number 12, Jed Byers, a great open field tackle.
And with no timeouts, the clock is still running off as they did not get out of bounds. So there will be 12 seconds left, and you look maybe that they'll spike it now.
And that is
what they
do.
And there's a flag on the play, though.
Flag on the play.
As clock stops at 5.9. So Sedro-Wooley sending in their field goal unit, as this is going to be possibly the biggest play of the whole game. Vasquez out. It looks like he's going to be kicking a...
Second and 15 from the 20-yard line.
Oh, excuse me.
They're going to go for it.
They look a little bit confused as to whether they're going to be kicking the field goal or not, as they look to be going for it, and they just spike the ball again, as now clock is at 1.4. So now we'll see if Vasquez is going to kick the ball, as they just continue to move backwards slowly, as I don't know what Sedro-Wooley is really doing right now, as I thought they were going to maybe try to kick the ball that last play.
They just don't want any time, which is weird because there would be no time left anyways. But if you're the Hounds, I mean, this is your season depending on it.
So Sedro-Wooley with a 27-yard field goal attempt. As you might see, Coach Dan Lucier try to call timeout and ice the kicker, as this could be do or die for the season. And the kick is up, and it is good. And so Sedro-Wooley taking the victory 28-25 here at Hobbs Field. And just a great kick there by number 9, Adrian Vasquez. 27-yard field goal, ending this Pullman Greyhound season. And what a season it has been for this Pullman Greyhound team, as they have not been to state since 2012.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Pullman, you can't be hanging your head right now. I mean, they played a heck of a game. They came out here with their heart. I mean, they were down 14-0. They battled back, took the lead, 25-25, and then in the final seconds, you have to give it up to number 9, Vasquez, the kicker. I mean, nobody in our league would have put that game on the kicker. And, I mean, just props to Vasquez, I mean, for the great leg and being able to come up clutch when his team needed him the most. I mean, wow, just a great game. Unfortunately, that'll be the end of the season for the Hounds. They played their hearts out. Sedro-Wooley, you know, expected to come in here and really beat the crap out of us, but this year we came in and, I mean, we played the game well and showed them. I mean, they definitely were worried there for a little while, and just a well-fought game for both teams.
I think what really hurt Pullman was the amount of penalties that they accumulated over this game, as that might have been what really hurt them, especially that last penalty, the horse collar call that set up that field goal for Sedro-Wooley.
And, I mean, if you're the Hounds, I mean, with 4 turnovers, I mean, you got to make turnovers into points, and they were just not able to do that tonight, as they had 2 turnovers and they were able to score points. But it was late in the fourth quarter where they needed plays to be made, and they were not. I mean, balls going off fingertips of Ben Moose and things like that. I mean, those are plays that you'll look back on and say, what if? But I guess in general, you just got to be proud of the way you played this season, the way you played this postseason, going up against 2 great teams from Prosser and Sedro-Wooley. I mean, just really, really great teams. And, I mean, you just have to be proud of the way you played all season.
Yeah, the game could have gone either way, as Pullman threatening to score late in the fourth quarter as well. But they just had a really good year, I got to say. And they're going to be graduating quite a few seniors in key positions this year.
Yeah, I mean, you got the quarterback position. You're going to have to get someone new, running backs. Wide receivers, I mean, defense, you're losing Moose. You're losing key targets to this team. But, you know, next year's a new year. New players come in, new players leave. And you just got to hope for the best. You're looking for this team to come back next year, win again. But in general, we like to just thank you guys at home, those of you who have watched the whole season, which has come to an end. But we'd like to thank you for taking the time out of your day, coming out here and being with me and Eric all season, just watching your Hounds win some games, lose some games. Most of all, just have fun. And we want to wish that you guys have a great rest of your night. Watch the Cougar game if y'all are fans of the Cougars, and just have a great rest of your guys' evening. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Josh Groh alongside Eric Martin, and we'll see you next season.
As a child, you would wait and watch from far away, but you always knew that you'd be the one to work while they
breaks 1 tackle, breaks another, breaks a third. He's to the 10, to the 5. He dives for the pylon. Struck wide open against his own defense. Gallen breaks a tackle, comes free, Hudson zone. Forget about it. Oh, he did get out of it. How did that happen? And then he throws a touchdown to Nick O'Leary. Oh my goodness, what a play by Jameis Winston. Action. Owens under trouble.